Hey guys, it's Anna. Bienvenido otra vez a mi canal. If you're new here though, what is up? Today, finally, I'm so late, but I'm finally going to be setting up my planner. This is my everyday, everything catch-all planner for 2021. I'm going to be franken planning kind of a few different planners that I've gotten from Michael's Recollections planners. This is the same planner I've been using for a few years now. It's basically the perfect dupe for an Erin Condren if anyone is still using anything like that. They are more affordable. And then Michael's, I'm sure you guys all already know, has so many different of these spiral planners to choose from. So this year I just really wanted this cover, which is why I got it. It is an 18-month planner, so it still has the 2020 in it and also 2020, 2021. Like I said, I'm going to be franken planning this. We're going to take out 2020 because I don't want to see that anymore. I wanted this cover, but I don't actually think I want to use it only because I don't want it to say 2020. So I think we're going to change that out. I'm going to add in some other planner pages in here to make it the perfect planner for me. I kind of did this last year with this planner and I shared some of that with you guys as well. So I'm going to be kind of using this as a guide and kind of like inspo for this year's franken planner. It's gonna be kind of a long video. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna try to speed through some of this stuff. I'm still kind of making some decisions, so I want to do that with you guys as well. Sorry this is gonna go up kind of late. I want to make sure I had like enough time to like think about everything and enough time to like film this well. I did kind of start planning in here just a little bit because I didn't want to fall too far behind in my planner. Also why I just needed to like get this filmed. Let's get on into this, but before we do, please subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification in case it's gonna help, and make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy seeing my videos and don't want to miss anything. I love sharing everything with you guys. Let's get on into this. Here's the planner that we are franken planning this year. So I have this to kind of take notes. I'm going to write down the sections that I want to make sure I include in this year's 2021 planner. And then we're going to start kind of taking apart a ton of planners. I have a good stack of planners over here. I think I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe about 15 planners that I had gotten on clearance. You guys have seen them. I've shown them with you guys, or shown them to you guys in previous hauls. So you guys have seen, but I'm also going to show you guys which planner specifically I'm pulling pages from. First, I want to kind of move this out of the way for a second and pull over my planner from last year so that I can look through and kind of make note of which sections I definitely want to make sure that I include this year in 2021. So I'm just using one of these little happy planner pages. I don't know. I just like using these as little notes because I don't really care about them. I don't use them anyway. Might as well just use it kind of like a sticky note. So I want to make sure that I have the month overview. I actually really love how they did the overview last year. I don't really like it in this year's planner. So I'm going to try to find a new one. Because there is already one in that planner, so technically I don't really need to add another one in, but I want to make sure that I try to look and see if maybe there's one I can change it out to. So I'm just gonna make a little note that says like yearly overview. I'm just gonna say to change. Cool. So last year I wanted to track my mood and everything, but as we can see that never happened. I might want to add in a tracker, but I'm not exactly sure. So I'm just going to add it to this side as something that I might add in. I don't think I have any pages from any other planner I kind of tried to look through that I like that I would want to add in. So that's why I don't think I'm going to add it into this planner, which isn't a huge deal because obviously last year I didn't use it either. So probably won't use it this year, at least not in my catch-all planner. I do keep track of it in my A6, but I feel like that's a little bit easier. But I think I do want to add in for important dates. I do kind of like that, having a list of that there. So I'm going to make note of important dates. Last year's planner, I added this in here separately, my goals section. And I made on my label maker the little tab that says goals right here, just so that I had a divider for that. But luckily I do have a goals planner, so I'm going to be pulling pages out of there for sure. And see, I had made my own pages. On my notes, I'm going to have goals section. I like having monthly goals listed out. So I'm going to write monthly goals. And then I like having more specific overall life goals. I like how this has grid on it and this is still crooked. Technically, I should have done the life goals first and then monthly and then led into my important dates. I don't really like the flow of this, so I'm going to try to work on the flow for this year's planner. That's definitely something I want to focus on doing. I don't like the order of the pages that much in here because then it goes into my overall life goals, which I'm going to skip through because they're kind of personal. And then I made this own little tab to separate my goals from getting back into the actual calendar section of the planner. And then I kept the pocket in here, which I'm going to do also again because I do like to keep stuff in there. And then it went into my planner. And then last year with you guys, look, I didn't even decorate the month. That's fun. Last year, I'm not sure if I included this with you guys, but I did add in a budget section, but I never ended up using it. And I think it was because it was all the way in the back of the planner. I have a finance recollections planner, so we're going to be taking that apart and adding the pages in. Super excited about it, actually. But I think the problem with keeping my budget stuff in the back of my everything catch-all planner is the fact that it was in the back, so I could just ignore it, kind of, which is what ended up happening. So I'm going to try to keep them within each month, and then I'll probably try to add some things in the end of the planner as well to kind of be like an end review, like end year review type things. Because see, like I put these in here and these are old. These are from like 2018. Super old, that I added in each one of these specifically by themselves, but I never used any of them. So that was a waste of time. And then it goes into the notes section, which I never really used either. So I think this year I'm just not going to have notes in here. So overall life goals, and then it's going to go into obviously the planner section. And then I want to make sure I have my finance sections, but I think I want to have two separate kind of sections for finance. So I think I'm going to do monthly tracker, monthly expenses, I guess, all right. And then finance overview, I guess. Wow, crooked. And I think that's it. That's really all that I wanted to make sure that I add in. So we'll see as we go along. That's what I'm really going to be looking for, is these different sections from my other planners. The main planners that I'm going to be pulling from, like I said, I do have the budget spiral planner from Recollections, so we're definitely going to be pulling some stuff out of here. I have a few things marked off, a few pages marked off in here already for stuff to grab out. All of these planners that I have too still have these stickers in here. So I'm going to have to go through and take all of the stickers out, which we will do in a second. So I'm going to be pulling pages out of here to add into my Franken planner for this year, the budget spiral. I have this other 18-month planner from Recollections. I think I want to use this cover instead. So I'm not going to be using anything from inside because it's the hourly planner. I might use these, like slit the holes and just use them as I need them, not all the time. But I think I want to use this cover. So I'm going to switch out the covers. That's all I'm going to be doing with this one. I also have the goal spiral planner by Recollections, so we're going to be pulling a few pages out of there. I have these other two planners that I'm not really sure if I want to pull pages out of them to add into my everyday catch-all planner, or if I want to use them completely separate. So this is the wellness planner, and then I do also have the self-awareness planner. I think I want to keep the self-awareness planner together, and if I do decide to use this, it'll be a total separate kind of like journal planner. But I do want to make sure that I don't want to use any of these pages for like goals or anything that I wanted to add in. So I'm gonna have to do one more glance through of this one. I don't think I did want to do that, but I definitely need to take out the stickers because I keep the stickers in a separate spot. Stickers are gonna have to come out, but I think this, for the most part, can all stay together. I have one more that I think I want to pull a few pages out, maybe to use as my goals. But again, I have to kind of look through, kind of reevaluate. But this is just the teacher planner. What was it in here? There was something in here that I did like the layout of, but I don't really like the colors in here. That's the only problem. I think maybe it was like this birthdays page. I might just take out this birthday page, but then I don't like what's on the back of it because like I don't want it to say student. Student, 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 student. So gotta take out the sticker still. Also, I take out all of my pockets because I actually use that for something else too, for a different sticker book. I do like the layout of these pages. I don't really like how it's labeled, but like I could change that up, but I don't think I need to add this in my planner for anything. Even though expenses, that would be nice, but the budget planner does have specific expense pages. I don't think I need that. That one I didn't need. Maybe it was these ones that I wanted to use as like important dates. But again, I don't really like the colorway of it. I think though that I am going to use these as my important dates. So it'll just be like holidays, and then birthdays will be a separate page. And maybe some pages out of this wellness one. There was something about the wellness that I really liked too. But I was looking at this one and I was like, ooh, this one might need to be one that stays together also, because I don't really think I would use these pages unless I use them with the self-awareness book. So not gonna lie, when I look at these ones, I kind of want to Franken plan this wellness together with the self-awareness planner. I think if they were together, it would be like the perfect mesh. I don't think there's any pages that I wanted to use for my goals. Maybe just that one, but I feel like I don't need that in my catch-all planner. Do need to take the stickers out though in the pocket. Yeah, so I guess I don't really need to take anything out of this one. Won't be adding this one to my everyday planner. All right, but so what I'm gonna do first is I'm actually gonna go through and take out all of my stickers from all of the extra planners that I have. It's a lot of planners. You guys have seen them in my hauls. I've shown them to you guys. I think while I'm at it, I'm actually also going to just cut out all of the pockets from my planners. The only thing is that some of them I might want to use in a planner. So I'm not going to cut these out just yet because I think I'm going to have to take my time and actually make slits to take these out. Or when I undo the coils, take them out that way so that I don't ruin the punches for the spiral. So I guess we'll wait on the pocket. I'm so glad that I decided to take all of these stickers out before I really started doing anything and setting anything up, because I didn't realize that there were perfect neutral versions of some of the other pages in this to-do spiral. I knew there was a reason why I picked up multiples of this planner. This is just the old to-do spiral planner. I think I got 2, maybe 3 of these, and then I ended up using a cover, this cover from the to-do spiral for my last year's planner. So this has perfect pages in it because they are neutral. So definitely want to make sure I keep this to the side of planners that I want to decoil, like take the coil off for sure and keep everything intact so that I can add it into my 2021 planner. I might keep this page, but I definitely like this layout so much better for the yearly overview. So I'm definitely going to be changing these out. Maybe not using 2020. Because like I said, I just don't want to see 2020 this year. But the 2021 is perfect because it's neutral. And then it's got the important dates right here. We love. So I might kind of have to be careful about the pen that I use so it doesn't like bleed through too much. But we'll see because I do have 2 pages of this actually. Also, it has important contacts. I don't really think I need this in this catch-all planner. But I love how neutral it is. And the vision board's pretty. And I might actually use these to like label my goal section since it was so colorful, the boxes that I do want to use, and these ones are going to be neutral and they match the spiral. This might pain some people, but we're going to start taking it apart. I know, it's sad. As you can see, this is the horizontal planner. It's the same planner that I've used for years. For my everything, everyday catch-all planner, just horizontal is what works best for me. I don't know, I'm just used to it. In my head, using a vertical does not make sense. Okay, I can't get this off, and this isn't the planner cover that I'm going to be using anyways. Oh, this one says 2020 also. Ew. But for some reason, I'm feeling this one a little bit more because it's a little more hidden than this one. Let's take this sticker off. Of course, I'm ruining my nail polish. See, this is why my nail polish always looks crusty in my videos, because I do things like this to completely destroy them. All right, I don't know if there's anything that I wanted to take out of here, so I guess we're gonna take the time to cut these out to slits. I'm actually gonna rip this off too, because this is just trash. Because I don't really want to uncoil them if I don't have to, because to get even just the cover off, I'd have to uncoil all of the pages, and then I'd have loose pages that I'm not trying to recoil. I'm not sure if these are gonna be strong enough to cut through the plastic. Oh, they are perfect. So I'm going to kind of speed through this, and I'm going to take this cover off of here because this is the cover that I want to use for not 2020, 2021. To cut the covers off, it's pretty easy. I just kind of lift it up a little bit, like slightly. You might not really be able to see. Lift it up off of the, like away from the paper very slightly, and then you can kind of push the spiral, the coil over a little bit with the scissors because they do kind of give a good amount, and just slit right in the middle of each and every little hole punch. Takes a second, but it's very worth it. Makes it so that these covers are removable and interchangeable, because we all know that Michaels ended up making them permanent on here. This is a great way to make it easy to interchange your planner covers. 18-month extra large coil just all of my planner covers so that they're here in one place for my spiral notebooks. So here is the front. I guess I could actually put that one on the back. Ew, I hate the other side of this, but technically I guess we could put this on the back, and this one could be the front. No, it would be upside down. Shoot. Already got these ones for the back side. Like I said, I just kind of lift it up a little bit, and then you just cut like right in the middle. I know it's kind of a little difficult to see because like it's on top of the planner pages, but yeah, just lift up a little bit and cut in the middle. On each hole punch. Okay, so now like I was saying, the part that might pain a few people, we're going to open up these coils and start taking out pages. So to open the coils, I just use 2 different sets of pliers. I don't really think it matters too much like what the pliers look like. I just like to use 2, hold one with 1 set of pliers and then the wire with the other one. All you want to do to open up and start decoiling this is go to the last page or to the back where it's got the ends of the coil that's bent upward. The end of it bends upward to like kind of lock it in place. And you're just going to hold one and bend this straight with the other one so that it can move through the coils. Pretty simple, straightforward, easy. And we're gonna do the same with the top one. So I just kind of hold it in place with one. So I'm gonna do this upside down, it makes it easier. So just hold it in place with one set of pliers. Use the other set of pliers to just, don't really want to like mess with the coil too much because I still want to use the coil. You just want to keep it like in line with the other ones, if that makes sense, because you want it to be able to move through your pages. So here we go. We're just going to start twisting this out of my pages, but I don't want to move stuff around too much. Should be pretty easy. It should come right out. But I don't want to move the pages around too much because most of them I want to stay in the order that they're in. And then when you add the coil back in, you're just going to want to make sure that everything is sitting in line and kind of go slow about it so that you're not missing any of your pages. There it is. I'm going to set the coil aside because I do still want to keep the extra large one. Since this is my 18-month planner, it's a little bit wider than just the regular 12-month one. We can throw these little papers away, the trash, and I'm going to obviously move the covers to the side because I'm not going to use them right now. Like I said, I want to try not to mess everything up too much. I want to leave this pocket. I'm going to still use the pocket to put it under the, or like right here to the side for now. I think I want to change this out. I want to see if maybe I have a planner that is only for 2020 or 2021, but I don't think I have one like that. But I might want one that's blank so that I can put calendar. So I'm going to start going through and taking out the pages that I do not want to use, which is probably these ones. It's obviously going to be the sticker pages. And I did say that I hate this, the way that they did these. I don't know, I just really don't like it. So we're not going to use these. We're going to take those out. And I'm going to try to make sure that I pay attention to my little notes because I'm going to go through all of the other planners and uncoil them the exact same way and start taking out the pages that I do want to add into here. I'm going to do it off camera because I'm kind of running out of battery. So obviously I'm going to take out my sticker pages. There we go, sticker pages are out. I do want to keep a pocket in here, so I'm just going to use this one because it matches, and if I ever want to change it out, maybe later on in the year, I can just cut slits in here and change it out. But so I'm just going to set this to the side for now, along with the clear pocket. It's just up here in the corner. I only want to keep 12 months in here. Like I said, I want to forget 2020. So I'm going to take out July up through December, but the only thing is, like I said, I've already kind of started planning in here. So I did notice that the last days of December mixes with the first few days of January, which kind of sucks. I had to cover up just a few things, but like I said, half of the side was December and half of this page was obviously the first few days of January. So I already planned for these few days. It sucks because on the other page, the back side of this is blank and then it's gonna have to go into my tab. The other side is where it starts to be the monthly planner. I have notes on here, so I don't want to show it yet. Stay in this order, which really sucks, but so I'm going to start taking apart the other planners and figuring out the pages, and then I'll come back to you guys. This is going to be kind of a really important section of my planner. A lot of sheets in here are going to need to go in my 2021 planner. It's going to be very importante, but there's a lot of good pages in here. Like, this is a great spiral planner just to use on its own, because I'm going to have a separate A5 planner also with finance stuff in there, a ring bound planner. So I just kind of need this to be overall stuff that I can reference to put in more detail in my A5 rings. So doesn't need to be too in depth, but I also need it to keep me accountable basically for my finances. So I've already marked off a few pages that I know for sure I want to use. Did I already separate the rings on here? Of course I did not, or the spiral. So I'm just gonna go ahead, take the spiral off. So I think I like that it says budget. I'll probably use a sticker to cover up the fact that it says 18-month planner, but I like that it's got like a division page, like a cover page. It says budget. I'm gonna keep a pile over here of the stuff that I want to include. And then also the back of this is like the finance at a glance. So I do think this is something that would be like an end of year review type thing, or like at the end of each month I could turn to the back of the planner and write in whatever I'm keeping track of on these pages, which right now I don't know. I'm just thinking that these pages are going to be something that should be included. And so this one goes with it, obviously. It does say 18 months, so there's going to be space for 18 months. Finance tracker for the month. I had already marked off some of these, so I don't know why I didn't mark this off. I don't really want savings goals in here. Like I don't feel like I need that, but I did want the bill payment tracker. Don't need ways to save, and I don't need notes. So we don't need any of these pages, so we can move that. I think that's separate stuff kind of that was just at the beginning. So I don't know why I didn't mark that off, but I wanted to include that in here. Like I put like a few little flags on the ones that I wanted to include. So I don't know why I didn't do it for that, but okay. Since these do have tabs on these edges right here, and then on the back of the ones that have the tabs, it goes straight into the monthly budget. So what I did want to do for sure is make sure that I kind of got ones that matched up with my monthly tabs for the planner that I'm going to be using. What I meant by that is that here is the January one, and then this is going to go into January for 2021. The January tab is right here, and I want the finance tabs to match up with the same, like if it's January finances, I want the tab to be in the same spot as the regular January tab. So luckily these that came in the budget planner are not labeled, which is perfect. I'm just going to go through and look for that one that's in the same spot, and it looks like it's the second one in. I guess we could kind of match the colors too. So here is that tab that would match up with January. So obviously we want the monthly budget for sure, which is that one over there. And then I had marked off that we'd obviously need the other page, the other side of that. But I don't need this monthly overview. And I don't think I wanted or needed what's behind it. But let me double check. Grabbing out this back page. I really don't know why I did that. I guess so that I could write, like I was gonna do lines and mark it down, since there's like 4 weeks in a month, it would be 4 sections. So it would be the first Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it would go like that and that. And I would write down what I bought, like expenses per day. But I feel like I actually don't need that in this planner. We're not gonna do that. Which is kind of weird to me anyways, the fact that they literally did each week. I don't know. I think it's weird. But so I'm going to move all that. We do want the expense tracker per month. So I'm going to grab this. The nice thing about these sheets is it's the exact same thing on front and back. Hopefully I don't fill out a full front and back each month, you know? So again, we're going to go like that. I just need 12 of them. So there's that one. This sheet, I said we didn't need these. Don't need the weeklies either. So we will skip all of those, but I am going to grab the expense tracker. And then it's going to start from the top again. So I'm just going to go through and just grab the same exact sheets. It's going to be tab, the overall budget, and then it's going to be the last one is the expense tracker. I'm just going to try to match up colors and the spot for each month. So I have 12 of them, plus 13. We're not going to count this one. So I have all of them for each month. But I'm going to go through and make sure that they're matching up to each month that they're supposed to, so that they're sitting in the same exact place. But also I'm going to make sure that I actually want to use that dashboard, that divider, because some of them I just don't really like as much. Like this one I kind of don't want to use, but I guess for January it's kind of cute. Whatever. But like this one is so much prettier. So right now this one's not included in here. But also I don't want to have any of the same colors right up against each other, so maybe I should just leave it this way. Stop being so picky. It's the same thing. But I feel like I left out all of the prettiest, the actual like watercolory looking ones. Let me look through these, because I really feel like right now I have none of the prettiest watercolor ones included in here. It's just okay. So picky. Like why? That one's pretty. That one's okay. Put a quote in the middle of that one, so I like that one. That one's okay. That one's okay. Ugh, why? This one I hate. But it's like if I were to change one, it's like they would all have to be adjusted. So I'm gonna double check and see if I can actually change these around a little bit. All right, you guys. So after mucho deliberation, I picked out the tabs. Took me kind of a second. Picked out the tabs for the budget sections. That's what we came up with, the configuration. I ended up just scrapping the idea of trying to match the color to the month color tab and just trying to make them even and spaced out with in this color wise section, if that makes sense. Like I didn't want to have two blues, like all blues, all purples. I want them to be nice and mixed up. Took the time to do that. So this first little section is going to be stuff that is put at the beginning of my planner, like the very beginning of the planner. And then each tab is going to be what's put in the back of each month section, you know? So I've gone through each of the planners that I had pages that I wanted to put into my 2021 planner. Already picked them out. So now I'm going to kind of go through and figure out the order of everything and just kind of revise and make sure everything is going to fit right on the spirals in general. Because if I add too many pages, it's not going to fit. I'm trying to keep in mind the fact that I plan with stickers. So that's going to add bulk to my planner also. So I can't really add too many pages. We're going to see, because like this is already a hefty chunk right here. Now, I did already at the beginning take out, what was it, 6 months of the planner because it was the 18-month planner. We only want the 12 months. I ended up keeping separate the pocket that came in the planner. Wait, no, I think it was this one. So this is the actual pocket that came in the planner that I'm using. And then I found some more in other planners that I have that are similar to it. You know, they look all the same, just different colors. I actually think I'm not going to use this one. I think I'm going to go ahead with this folder just because it's got the darker colors and the pink and all the purples, all the colors that are now included. I have slits cut into this. I might add it in and I might not. For the most part, every time I've had a pocket like this in my planner, I've used it. Probably need it, but I like the fact that I can move it around. But then I also have these two because I thought I might want to use one for finance section. And if I do that, I don't know which one I might want to use. Probably this one just because it's kind of similar how it's got the white background instead of this one. We'll see. So I'm going to keep these to the side because I'm not really sure if I want to add it in. Again, I'm trying to kind of make sure I don't bulk it up too much, but I think I'm definitely at least gonna need one pocket like this folder. Before I forget, I want to take out the notes section. So here's my actual planner with everything. Like I said, I already kind of started to plan out, but I do want to take the notes section out of the back of here because I never use the notes section in here, like literally ever. So that takes out a little bit of bulk. It takes out a few pages, but like this would be the section that houses or holds the end review type stuff. So this is the last page for December and like the first of the year. The last day of December is there, and it's got like a note page. So taking out these notes though, this thing that says budget though, I don't think I would want in the front. Yeah, didn't I say that earlier that this would be something that I keep in the back? All right, so this is going to be in the back. Then what's on, I'm kind of trying to keep an eye on like what's on the back pages of stuff to keep it all together. I think this would also be something that I don't need to see all the time, so it's fine in the back. It would be more of like a year-end thing. But I don't really need saving stuff in here, so that's kind of annoying. But it's on the back of pages that I do want in here, which is this one. It's on the back of that, and then I want what's on the back of this side, the bill payment tracker. So this is all stuff for the very back of my planner, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add that to the very back now. But so I do want something else to be like the main divider from the December section into end review type stuff. So but for now that's there, and it does have a divider tab, but I want something bigger, you know. These are all the finance spots, you know, that I just took out of the budget planner. This is gonna go behind each month. So here's January. Like I said, the first day in January, or the first like half week of January, sucked that it came from the other month or whatever. So it's gonna be weird how that first section is before the month tab. It's whatever. I'm sorry. I have to skip some things because I already started to plan in here, like I said, because I didn't want to fall behind. There's the end of January, and then here's the next tab for February. So before it goes into that, I want to add in our finance stuff. So it's like I have to add in the divider because it has the monthly budget part on one side, which technically I wouldn't really need to, but I like that it's sectioned off. And because I do want to add labels to here so that it's like easier to find. So it's like I could go to my January finance. So I like having the tab. Otherwise I wouldn't include them in there because I kind of don't necessarily need this in here. Not really mad at it. So there's that, and then it goes into February. The next one should be March. So we'll put February on this side, and we'll add in the finance stuff for February. I'm trying to keep it correct. I should double check what I'm adding in here as I go. All right, so March is next, and then I want to make sure I'm going to April. I don't want to get it out of order. Please do not mess this up, Anna, because once it's spiraled together, it's going to be such a hassle and a half to have to redo it. So we're on the bottom for March. Here's the tab for March. It should only be 3 pages. 1, 2, 3. For the expenses into April. Cool. The only thing that I keep looking at that's driving me actually insane is the fact that the back of these finance pages is a start of a month. But maybe I can some kind of way use stickers and stuff to transform that. So I hate that. But I like what's on the other side. And it's at the end of each month, so it's like an end monthly thing. And then this is double-sided, so it doesn't bother me. It's literally just that one page for each month. But it's okay. We'll figure it out because I do like the way it's going so far. Okay. Alright, so this is for July. Got 2 sheets, and that's it. July. Make sure we don't mix this up because I already added some stuff there. And then it should be the end. Cool. Of December. Nice. Okay. Now, since I guess we're already to the back of the planner, this is already looking huge. Ooh. It's already looking like it's full once I put the coil. And I still have a stack of stuff that I wanted to add in. But I do think this looks extra large because it's got a pocket mixed in here. And this is without the pockets and the pouches. Okay, so I have the pocket sitting here from the to-do spiral. So I'm actually going to set this to the side because I actually like this one too, and it matches the coil. So maybe I'll use that if I have room. Right now it's looking like I literally have no room for anything. Probably going to have to reevaluate, but if we look at the stuff that I wanted to put in here, I would be able to check off monthly expenses and the financial overview because that's at the very back. So goals and important dates. There's only 3 things, but I have like a million pages here. So let me look at what I have separate because I should only need 2, 4, 6 pages to add in and then I would be fine. It's looking pretty thick chunkums. Chunkums. I don't know, thickums. Okay, so here's my little stack. It's a big stack. It's too much to add all of this into there. I'm just gonna say that right off the bat. I kept some of these markers here just so you guys can see which planner it was that I pulled it out of, right? Okay, cool. So this stuff is from the wellness planner. I really love this as a dashboard. I think this would be great to use. I want this to be in the front, especially since it's from the wellness. I think it was stuff that I wanted to use as goals. Wasn't it my main wellness goals? But I hate that it said physical and mental. That was the reason why I was like, oh no, I'm not going to use that because like I don't need that as my overall goals type stuff. But this would be stuff that I would include in the front. Oh, right here. But at the same time, I already have stuff for goals. So I'm going to keep this to the side for now. I think the main thing about this was I just really liked the dashboard, but it's not really the insert layout that I wanted, that I was trying to go for. This is the stuff from the to-do spiral planner. As we can see, we do know that this stuff is perfect because it's got some of the stuff that I can check off. From the to-do, this could probably be our front page instead of that other one, the keep the good whatever going. And then it would be cool because we would have the overview of 2020, even though I technically don't need that. And I said I didn't want to look at 2020. Like there's actually like kind of no point. Why would I need to know like what day a different date fell on last year? Would I ever need to know that? Possibly not. So for now, I'm going to set this to the side. And the only reason why I really like it is because for the dashboard, right? Or to be the front page. But I do need this in here because I took out the other one. So we have to add in this 2021 overview. Otherwise we don't have one. And then also has the important dates. Technically, I don't need important contacts. Like I really don't need this in here. And then what was on the back of this was a vision board, which technically I don't need or really want in here either. So I'm going to take these out and set these to the side also. I think the only reason too why I had done this was because if I start writing important dates on the back, it might bleed through. So I thought that I might need to double this up like that, you know what I mean? Tape runner it together so it's extra thick so that when I write important dates it doesn't go through. Or I can do important dates first and then glue it together and then it definitely wouldn't go through. So that's really why I had it there. So we're gonna keep both of those for now because I think I need both. Cool, I've already taken out a big chunk of papers. It doesn't really look like it, but I have. So now this is stuff that I pulled out of the goals spiral planner. This is definitely stuff that we need also for the front of the book, so our goals. But I think I need this because of what's on the other side. I mean, I liked this, but technically I never really write my goals in a list like this. So for now I'm going to put it to the other side like I'm going to use it, but I don't really know. I actually hate filling out pages like this. Like I really hate it. I think I grabbed this and kept it out just for maybe using in the very back as like a year review type thing, but I don't think I want to use that. So we're going to take that out for now. I think I grabbed this for what was on the other side. Yeah. So this is technically where I wanted to write my overall goals. Either that or monthly goals. Don't really remember, but there was a reason why I grabbed it. So I'm gonna move this over to the side. I hate this part because I don't know what I would use that for at all. But sure, that's there. I think I grabbed this out of the goals book just because it's cool, I guess. I would include it in the very back of the planner, but I really don't need this. So we'll move that because I'm not going to use those. Really not. I think I grabbed these because I like the fact that they were trackers. And I did want to include a tracker in my overall everyday carry planner last year, but I just didn't like the layout of it. There was like too much I had to change about it, which is why I didn't use it. I think if I had something like this, I would use it. But this one's kind of confusing. Technically, it's like goals per month, which I would want it to be a yearly overview for a goal sheet, not really just per month is the issue. So for these, I'm just not really sure because I don't know how I would end up using them the way that I would want to be using them. 12 of these, because like I said, technically these are supposed to be monthly trackers. That's a huge chunk. Look how many pages that is. So we're not going to do that. We're getting somewhere here. Oh, that's why this is so big too. I took out all of the dividers from the goal planner because they're totally blank. These are like perfect dividers. So they're blank on the other side instead of starting into whatever the planner is supposed to be, like how the dividers for the months are like January and then it starts right on the back. January planner. These are blank. So it's like I could put these in anywhere to divide anything up in the planner. So I think that's really why I grabbed these out. And it looks like that's a huge bulk of what's sitting right here too. So that's cool. So I might actually use one of these as the very back spot division to break up the very back. I'm gonna look through and see which one I guess I like the best, but also that has like a quote because I think they all have quotes because it's supposed to be for goals. Oh no, they don't. Which I have stickers as quotes. So if I don't see one with a quote that I really like, but I like the design on it, I'll use it and just put a sticker on it later. But also I want to make sure the tab is in the right spot. I don't think I would want it to sit in the very same spot, right? So we don't want to grab one that's at the very top. This one might be okay. This is a blank one, so it's obviously okay. I hate how this one looks, so I'm not gonna pick that one. I don't really like this one anyways, but it does sit at the very top, so I wouldn't want to use that one. Believe in yourself is okay. I guess that's a contender. So cool. We picked the one that we're going to use, didn't we? That was easy. I definitely, though, keep looking at these tracker sheets, and I really want to use them, but I don't at the same time. But I'm not going to use them. If I end up, like, franken-planning my wellness and my fitness or self-awareness and wellness planners together, which are to me the same thing, maybe I'll combine and add these in there because I do like them, but at the same time I really don't. So this page is from the self-awareness book. This is definitely something that I wanted to include because it's obviously end of the year reflection. So I do really like this, and I feel like this should come, this would be very, very last, wouldn't it be? I slid it out of the self-awareness book though because I didn't want to take the entire coil off of the self-awareness book just for literally one page, and then for me to turn around and not put it in there, I would have been annoyed. So I just cut slits to take it out. This would definitely be something that I would put at the very back. I think that's good. This obviously is from the teacher. This is what I wanted to use as my, I think, goals section. Something. I think this is what I would use as birthdays. Oh no, as goals, because it's already listed. It already has like each month labeled. So I think this is what I want to use for my goals. Makes more sense because this page is for birthdays. Even though I hate what's on the back of this. So we might not use this one. So I'm going to move all of this stack out of the way because I'm not using that stuff. Cool. Wow, we really narrowed that down. So I'm actually really proud of myself. Let's start adding these in to the planner. I'm going to start with this just because it's here and this is for the front. So I guess we're going to start with the front. It's the 2021 at a glance, and then it's got important dates. So like I mentioned too, that last year, the way that I like kind of franken-planned it all together, I hated the flow of everything. So I want to make sure my calendar stuff is together and my goal stuff is together, like separate at the beginning. So I want these to go right before the calendar, obviously, and goals to be very, very first. Like I would want the very first stuff that I open up to be like planner belongs to or whatever, and then into goals, and then into planner, like calendar. So that's good right there, but it does still need some kind of cover division because I don't want it to go straight from important dates into the first days of January. That can't happen. So we'll have to fix that, but just for now, we'll put that there. So for goals, what exactly did I want to use for goals? So we had these ones that I thought I wanted to use as my overall goals, but I do also need to count and make sure I have enough boxes because this could be monthly goals. I need to figure out the order that I wanted to do that into. I think I wanted to do overall goals and then monthly goals, right? Didn't I say that technically I didn't really like this because I was like, why? Yeah, I really don't like that. But I'm gonna put this here just so that I know that that's the goals section. Just don't know what I would use that for. This we want at the very back, right? This end of the year. So I can take that off. We're gonna add this to the very back as the end of the year reflection. Should it be before finance? I guess we'll do it before finance so that there's like a division kind of. So it doesn't just go overall cover for back review and then another divider. You know what I mean? So we're going to put that there. It'll be like a divider, which is probably going to be this one. Or I guess we could do this. I'm not going to lie. I can use this in here. Even though I still don't know what I would put there. But then they sit right on top of each other, huh? We're not going to do that. I'm going to put that there. So that's in there at the end. Anything that I need to take off? No, not yet. Okay. So now I have this stuff that came from the teacher one, which was the year at a glance. I like though that it says year plan and then it would go into this, but I don't know really that I want to use this section. This is what I would use as like calendar, year plan. That's technically like instead of writing calendar, and there's goals in there, year plan, and then it would go into like dates. So it's like you would have here, this would be, oh, but I want to have this be my monthly goals. I think I have to kind of think this over at the very beginning pages, but I do have the important dates, so I'm going to come to here because I'm going to use the ones that are from the to-do spiral planner, but I need to decide what I want to use as my, which I guess I should add this in, birthdays, because I want that to be separate. So what I'm going to use as birthdays, monthly goals, and overall life goals, and because I need to count the boxes to make sure I'm using 12 boxes for my monthly, and then I don't even know how many different sections I usually use for my life goals, so I'm going to have to count that out. And then obviously this needs 12 spaces, 12 boxes for that, but we're almost done here. It looks like for the most part this is going to fit okay. It's looking a little scary. It's looking a little tall for the spiral, so I'm going to kind of reevaluate and then come back to you guys. Right guys, I think I've figured it out. I think I've got it sorted. Luckily, because I had that other 2020-2021 planner that I took the cover from, realized I cut out the second half of January so that I could just glue it to a different page. Because like I said, I was so annoyed that the first week of, or the first few days of January was going to be before the tab. So I was really annoyed because this was how it was going to go before. It was going to go from the important dates, basically the birthdays, and I'm going to cover that with something. Just don't know what yet. Gotta find something. And then it was going to go into the first days of January, and then it was going to have a note page, and then the tab for January, then the month for January, and then it was going to go into the second week of January, which I hated. That was bugging me, like driving me insane. I cut out the second page of January, the second half of January, from the other planner that I have. Luckily, sometimes I do good things. So I just cut it out. I grabbed one of these note pages. It's just literally a front and back note page from the other planners that we've deconstructed and decoiled, and I'm just gonna glue this to there, and then we can put first week's all together. So that's gonna have to be glued onto there. So these two will be glued together. It's just literally a note page so that January can go together, and then it'll be notes, and then it will go into the first weeks of January. I do though have to glue together these two pages also. So like this is the other page for this planner that I already started, January's second half or whatever on the other page. So these are gonna have to be glued together, and then it would go this first few days of January into the weeks, and then it will be right. So before I do anything else and before I forget, I'm going to tape runner glue these few pages together so that I don't forget and they're in order right now. So we've got the first few days of January after this little note, but then it's going to go into the month of January. Cool. And then I'll eventually have to figure something out with this page, but for now I think it's fine. But I think I can go ahead and coil everything. I'm going to do one last double check. Okay, I'm seriously running out of battery, but what I'm doing to kind of hold this together is I'm actually opening up paper clips and putting them through every so many holes to kind of keep it in place because I have way too many pages. I want to try my best to make sure I don't miss any pages. So I wanted to hold it together as I was adding the coil in, and it's hard to hold it together and do the coil at the same time. Added paper clips, opened up paper clips and added them into a few holes, and I'll just remove them as I go up adding the coil in. That's what I'm doing to try to hold it together. I still don't know if this is going to fit. I think it's too many pages. Okay, I just want to say adding in the paper clips to hold in place really I think is what's saving this right now, because there's no way I could hold these and make sure I'm getting every page. So I'm leaving the paper clips actually in until I'm done, and I'll try to slip them through or whatever, but it fits in there even with the paper clips sitting there, and I'm pretty sure I can't film this and turn the coil at the same time. Okay, so my other camera died, but I just had to show you guys it's working with using the paper clips, okay? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's going in perfectly. And like normally once you start going with the coil, it kind of lines all the paper up correctly so that it can be easy to go, and it should just kind of go through like how I was able to take them apart. The same thing usually happens with putting them together. But do we see how it's literally just flowing through? Okay, I'm kind of holding it at not the best angle now to show you guys here, but like it's flowing through. Here it's not, but like for the most part, they're literally going right through. I'm still kind of scared for the coil because my stickers, like I said, are gonna add bulk, but like this is amazing. And it's actually working. To grab them out of the hole. Get it? And see, they pull straight out, and then they've helped keep it in line. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I thought to do something to hold it. I was like freaking out because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to find anything to like hold them in place. And then I was like, paper clips. Oh, don't slip back through. But see, then once I get a hold of it, I kind of bent them so that they would stay in place, you know, as I was moving the coil around. See how like this green one is like bent upwards to hold it, but once you get a hold of it, they pull right through. Oh my god. Oh, before I go any further, now that I only literally have 3 holes left at the top, I'm gonna go ahead and turn in to like close off the end, so that I don't start coiling and like it uncoils the bottom. Like that would suck. And I don't know how to get this though. I'm back. We just need to bend it. And I'm like breaking these 2 pliers, which I don't want to do, and I don't really want to bend these too much the wrong way. See, so to end it, you just want to bend it back upwards. And I'm gonna have to bend this one a little bit more. But so you just bend it like into the coils. Okay, let me finish these ones and then try to get my life together and celebrate. Okay, don't do what I did. Do that last. Is it crooked? Why are they not gonna end up on the same like side? Oh, there. Yay. Okay. So I try to turn it a little bit more to make it even. But guys, I got all my pages on here. Oh my gosh. Whew. Shouldn't they kind of be in the same line? The like 2 edges, right? Alright, so it is a different day. I've kind of done a few things off camera, but so let me try to remember some of the little things I did off camera. I think I showed adding this in. No, I did show that, right? This has been in here. I added some labels to some of these blank dividers over here. So I used these sticker sheets that came in the to-do planner, I think it was, that I showed. I used these little stickers for labeling my tabs. I was going to use just these blank ones and use my label maker to label all of the dividers myself, but for some reason goals didn't look good on when I did it myself on my label maker. So I just used the sticker that said goals, and I think that might be the only one that I used in that way. It's just the goals tab right here. I did use my label maker to write out calendar to go into actual start of the planner. I added in these stickers also that were, I think these are happy planner stickers. I had a sheet that just had all of the months on there. So I labeled each one, and then I just added a little quote up here. It just says, be proud of who you are, just to kind of match that there was a little something something at the very top of this page. So I kind of wanted it to balance and be matched. I couldn't find anything that was this same shade of blue, like how this one matches this shade of blue, but I figured something there is better than nothing. And then, like I said, I covered up all of the months there, or added those in there since those are going to be my goals per month. And then, like I said, I added in what I made with my label maker right there, and then it goes into the 2021. Like I said, I still have those 2 sheets there, but it's whatever. I had to re-add the months in because it started with July or something like that, since this one was from the teacher book. The months were started like in the middle, you know what I mean, like with the school year, and so it was in that order instead of starting with January up top. So I had to go in and add in stickers. I think these stickers actually came from one of those sticker sheets from an old planner, also from Recollections. I'm pretty sure that's where I got these from, but they all fit perfectly. I think it actually came out pretty nice. And it was this one actually that, remember, I didn't like the back, what was on the back of this one. I think it was like contacts or something. I hated that. I found this dashboard from a planner that I had to take the coil off of for a sticker book for my madre. And so I just cut this down to size and literally just glued it on top of the page that was already on the coil, so I didn't have to add anything in extra, just glued it on top. Added in this little guy that I always have in my planner, basically really just to use if I want any of these shapes. I don't want to show you my like actually month. Oh, and then so I went in and I labeled all of the tabs for the finance sections also. Okay, I had put in there behind each actual full month, I added in the few pages for my finances. So with my label maker, again, I just did the month and then I wrote finance. So February finance, the next one is March finance right here. March finance. I don't know why I didn't put an S at the end. For some reason, it just seemed right like that. And then at the very back, I have just the December finance, and then it goes into, I just typed out year review because that's going to be for, I think it was like goals at the end, right? Is what I had there. And then I put one for finance review also. I think that was all that I added in. I used my label maker just to write down the months here for that because I did not trust my handwriting. It would probably look a mess. I think now I am going to add in my pockets. I'm still not really sure about it because I love opening it up and seeing it really nice and plain like that. If I do add my pockets in, I think I decided that I'm going to use this pocket. I usually put this like in each month section. So like if I'm in January, this would probably go before the January tab right here, and it would have anything that I might need or whatever. Sometimes I put bills in here, bill information in that little pocket for the month. And then I still have this little pocket that I can actually put in here also to keep like little stickers that I might want to use. But like I mentioned before, whenever I had stickers in the pocket before, like last year, I didn't use them. So maybe I don't need this. But so yeah, that is everything for this video of how I DIY'd my planner for this year. I'm so happy with it. I'm so proud of like the way that it turned out. I'm so happy it like was able to come together and I was able to coil and fit in all the pages that I really wanted in here. Super proud of this. So much better than last year. It turned out so much better than last year. And this is exactly why I collect all of those old planners, is so that I'm able to set up a planner exactly how I want it to, and I don't have to worry about like trying to print out my own inserts to fit into this or anything like that. Super happy with this. I'm looking forward to doing more plan with me videos and showing you guys how I plan everything out in here. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. If you guys are using one of these Recollection planners at all from Michaels, let me know. I love hearing from you guys. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and want to see some more of my planner videos, and make sure you are subscribed to my channel and hit the little bell notification so that you don't miss out on any of my videos when they do get posted. Muchísimas gracias for watching este video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.